Hi everyone, I'd like to introduce the Luna S1 Huawei's newest battery, which connects to solar panels and allows you to reach up to 100% energy independence. You'll see, it's a real revolution for many reasons. Let's go. In the coming years, the price of electricity will keep rising, and at the same time, our consumption will also continue to increase, because we're going to use more and more electricity to power our new heating systems, our heat pumps, our new electric vehicles, and all the tech products we use every day, which means we'll have to face four major problems. The first problem is that we don't produce enough electricity today for this future demand. A second issue is that as electricity grows scarcer, its cost rises. The third problem, and one of the most important, is that the production of this electricity pollutes the planet. And the fourth problem, which should arise in the coming years, is that our electrical grid isn't powerful enough to support the future increase in consumption and production, via solar panels, for example. To address these four problems, one solution would be to massively install solar panels to produce abundant energy, which would be affordable and, above all, low carbon. But we would also need to install batteries in people's homes to avoid overloading the power grid. And above all, to keep benefiting from this solar energy in the long term, even at night, even when there's no sun. In this context, Huawei aims to be and has become a European leader in inverters and solar batteries. They've just released their new battery, the Luna S1, and I wanted to introduce it to you in this video so you can see what's currently the best on the market. I don't have a promo code, a purchase link, or the price for this battery. So my goal today isn't to sell you something, to sell you a product. It's more about selling you a vision of the future of solar panel technology. The Luna S1 is the battery, but it's just one element of the Huawei ecosystem to make your home 100% self-sufficient. This battery will actually be paired with an inverter of the same brand. This inverter will be connected to the solar panels via optimizers. We'll discuss it again soon, but it's a very interesting system. It may seem standard, but there are a lot of innovations from Huawei that make this system much more efficient than those from other manufacturers. And then we'll have the smart card coupled with the EMA artificial intelligence, which will really allow you to optimize your electricity production and consumption to the maximum. It will connect to the grid, your devices, and the battery, choosing which energy source to use. Does it use the electrical grid? Does it use your battery? And also which electrical device it's going to turn on. For example, it won't charge your car when there's no sun, since that would use your entire battery. It's not very interesting, but again, we'll show you the artificial intelligence part in a little while. But it's a very important point of this overall ecosystem and this solution. In the end, it's all in one with Tote Pencer. You don't need to buy the battery with an inverter from another brand or a car charger from another brand. Everything here is one brand, fully planned from start to finish. That's what's interesting. We'll discuss the first key aspect of this installation in more detail, the optimizers. So these aren't microinverters, they're really optimizers that will be installed on each solar panel of your setup. In a standard setup, let's say your panels are like a chain. If you have a weak link, your whole chain is weak. For example, you can see here, if you have panels that are a bit in the shade and only produce 75%, the others will also be reduced. On a setup with individual optimizers behind each panel, well, it doesn't matter actually. Even if you have some panels in the shade producing at 80% or 65%, the others will stay at 100%. What does that mean? It means you can install a lot more panels on your roof, and the panels you've installed produce more. And on top of that, this little device here is guaranteed for 25 years and costs about 50 euros, so it's really not very expensive and not very complicated to install. But on the other hand, it's going to greatly maximize your production and make your installation more profitable. Let's move on to the inverter. I won't go into detail, but it's important to mention. It's called the sun to symbolize the fact that it's the one that transforms the sun's energy captured by the solar panels into usable electrical energy in the house. Similarly, the battery, you get it. It's called the lunar because it's the one that allows electricity to be supplied in the evening when the moon takes the place of the sun. The inverter comes in different sizes depending on how many solar panels you want to connect to it. For example, the Sun 3K can handle up to 4.5 kWh of solar panels, and it goes up to the Sun 25K, which can support up to 37.5 kWh. Now let's discuss the battery, the core of this ecosystem. It's modular. In fact, one module will provide 7 kW of storage and 3.5 kW of power. You can combine up to 3 modules together to reach 21 kWh of storage and 10.5 kWh of output power. You can even connect up to 4 batteries together on the same inverter. So you can really achieve an insane amount of storage. If you have 3 electric cars and you really want to produce for the whole neighborhood, it's technically possible. What's also very interesting is that this modularity comes with a disconcerting simplicity. That means there are no cables, no screws, you just stack it. It only takes a few minutes, and it also gives the battery an aesthetic that I find particularly beautiful. Keep in mind that this battery won't be inside your house, it'll be outside, and that's something we'll look at a bit later. This battery is easy to install, looks great, and has the market's longest lifespan with a 15-year guarantee. And you can see that compared to the old model, the Luna S0, or compared to other sellers, we still have a 5-year longer warranty than the competition. Why do we achieve that? It's because this battery, in fact, the cells inside it have a cycle count of 12,000. That means you can charge and discharge this battery from 0 to 100%. It has a depth of discharge of 100%. You can recharge it 12,000 times. 12,000 times is about 33 years. If you recharge it once a day, after 12,000 cycles, your battery will still retain 60% capacity and won't be dead. In summary, it's guaranteed for 15 years and lasts 12,000 cycles, equal to about 33 years. After 33 years, it's still usable with 60% capacity remaining. It's safe to say that it's an investment, no matter the price, because it's true that for now, we don't have the price of this product. But whatever the price, it will be interesting in the long run. As I mentioned, we'll install this battery outside, so it must be weather resistant. And that's the case because this battery can withstand temperatures between -20 and +55 degrees. No other battery offers such a wide range, and on top of that, it will also withstand the elements. So you can see it in the footage I'm showing you here, but you can submerge this battery for 72 hours in 40 centimeters of water, which means that if you have floods, if you have snow sitting on it for several days, actually, it's not a problem. It's IP66+, so it withstands dust, sand, storms, water and snow. And imagine you accidentally crash into it with your car because you forgot the handbrake. It's not a problem since the structure can withstand up to 5 tons of pressure. So we really have an object that will withstand the elements, that will withstand people who might mess around with it. It's a potentially dangerous battery, so it's good to see it's well protected. You'll also see in the next part that it's also very secure, actually. Huawei really told us to emphasize the security aspect because indeed their product is designed as a very secure product so that you don't have any problems. Even if there's a fire outside your house, because of the batteries, that would be unfortunate, as we mentioned. The IP66+ structure withstands immersion up to 40 Siemens and 5 tons of pressure. Here you go, we want no problems. Plus, the internal battery parts are high quality to avoid issues. You have active protection, meaning protection by artificial intelligence, which will check that everything is working properly all the time to shut off if there's the slightest problem. And above all, you have an emergency system that's on the side, and it will inject a gas that will neutralize the battery, that will neutralize the fire before it happens. So it's really one of the safest batteries on the market. Even though it's outside your house, it's very important that it doesn't catch fire. Let's move to the final ecosystem point, artificial intelligence. Emma is in the smart card. Emma will be connected to the power grid, will be connected to your battery, and will make choices. When do we buy electricity, or when do we use the electricity we've produced? For example, at home at night, you should use the electricity stored in your battery. But Emma is connected to the weather and knows tomorrow will be very bad. Instead of using the energy now and then having to buy electricity tomorrow because you won't have any reserves left, Emma knows that at night electricity is cheaper during off-peak hours, so she's going to buy electricity and save money. What's in the battery, and tomorrow, when it's peak hours and it's raining outside, then she won't buy electricity, but she'll use what's in the battery. To put it simply, Emma will make sure that the electricity you use is always the cheapest. And so, this little system, which is actually quite simple, will allow you to make big savings and get the most out of your installation. In conclusion, on paper, the Huawei ecosystem and the products they offer are really impressive. Honestly, I have to say I was pretty impressed by this battery. I want a complete Huawei ecosystem at home to make my house 100% self-sufficient. Most importantly, I want to keep making videos on this topic and let you know if it works. This kind of setup is easy to install, easy to use, and economically profitable. We'll also question the ecological profitability of this setup, which will inevitably require a reduction in my consumption at the same time. In short, maybe in the future of the channel, I'll have this set up. I'll make more videos, so subscribe so you don't miss them. Also, let me know in the comments if you found this presentation interesting. Is this a system that could interest you? Do you know of any ecosystems that are more interesting? I'm also open to your information. Discuss further in the comments. I'll join you there. Find more links in the description to learn more. And then I'll see you soon on the channel for new videos. On the continuation of the container house, or on everything I'm doing to become resilient, especially around solar energy. But it won't be just about that. So stay tuned, it's coming soon. This was Julian Malara. Have a nice day.